Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop, and it's time to go back to the theater. And it's the latest vampire movie to hit theaters, but should you accept my review of the 2022 supernatural horror film, The Invitation, coming up now. After the death of her mother, struggling artist Evie Jackson sends in a DNA test where she discovers she has extended family over in England. She soon meets with her cousin, Oliver Alexander, who invites her to an upcoming wedding over in England to meet the family, and she accepts. Evie soon falls for the handsome lord of the manor, Walter Deville. Unbeknownst to Evie, however, the family is keeping some very big, dark secrets from her. So what did I think of The Invitation? I thought it's a terrible supernatural horror film. It's inspired by the novel Dracula by Bram Stoker. The film is directed by Jessica M. Thompson, best known for directing the 2017 film The Light of the Moon. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, it reminded me a little bit of Ready or Not, and it's a little bit of that, but ends up being more like Get Out meets generic vampire movie 765. Speaking of the trailer, this is one that shows you basically the entire movie in the preview. The setting of the mansion does set up some good atmosphere, but a lot of the shots are so dark that many can be hard to see what's going on. Many of the special effects and CGI look awful as well. As far as the horror elements go, they're not scary, and they all pretty much come in at the last 20 minutes of the film, other than the tons of jump scares that fail at every turn and are almost laughable. Of course, with its PG-13 rating, there's barely any blood or gore, and while there is an R-rated cut being discussed, it won't help too much. Most of the film is the obvious romance between Evie and Walter, which is painfully dull. There's so much slow build with Evie meeting these eccentric new relatives in England and learning the family history and scandals. All of this drags and is so boring it felt like I had taken an Ambien. Once you get to anything that could be considered remotely exciting, it goes by quickly and doesn't pay off. It takes too long to get to the twist of the family being vampires, which we have seen in the marketing and is the reason anyone is coming to see this film. Everything about the film is extremely predictable, and we've seen it all done better dozens of times over. The ending is ghastly as well. Natalie Emmanuel, how you doing, stars as Evelyn Jackson, the orphan whose mother recently died who finds out she has a large family in England. Thomas Docherty as Walter Deville, the lord of the manor that Evie falls for, and Stephanie Corneliuson and Alana Bowden as Victoria and Lucy, the two maids of honor for the wedding. The Invitation takes all the vampire movie cliches and turns them into one of the most boring movies of the year. I'd advise not to RSVP. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of Invitation. I only got 2 words for ya. Suck it. All right, well, that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WesTroopAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd @WesAlist. Until next time, Troop out.